Hey guys, just your average Joe here. Thank you for stopping by the channel. As you can see from the description, I'm going to be talking non-spoilers and just a discussion. I'm not going to be doing I'm not going to be doing a review or a breakdown of both seasons. That would be too long and that would take up too much time. I do eventually want to have a conversation if there's anybody that I know, one of my friends ever get around to watching this series. If they want to come on with me and we could talk about either both seasons together or one and then the other, I'm for doing that sometime in the future. But look, I just got done watching these two seasons. Can't wait for the third season. I was late to the game. There's a look. There's a couple of ways about the couple of ways you can go about obviously watching a show. Right? You could either be in tuned and watching a show from its inception, watching it from the start, and liking it there. You can have a series like a Ted Lasso that had such great word of mouth and has been around since 2019, with last year wrapping up, with the last season wrapping up last year. But the first season came out in 2019, and it's won a lot of awards, a lot of Emmys for both seasons. The characters in this series are great. So it took me, I don't know what took me so long, but I finally sat down and watched it. I binge watched both seasons. It only took me 2 days to do it. I probably could have done it in one day, but I broke it up. And that's what brought me on here to talk about it. So, really quick, for those of you who don't know, Ted Lasso is available on Apple Plus, which obviously you would need an Apple subscription for. Now, I got Apple TV a couple of years ago, and I can't say anything bad about it. I use it for the TV in my back in my bedroom. I like that it's powered by Siri and stuff like that. But anyway, that's besides the point. I watch this on my Xbox because I have the Apple TV app. But I was pleasantly surprised of how great and how much I loved this series. Again, I already knew from word of mouth that this series was good, but not everybody has the same taste. Now, I'm not going to lie, I'm not really that much into soccer or football, depending on where you're from. However, I do watch matches. I do watch the World Cup. I do watch the Euro Cup, and I have seen other exhibition games or whatnot over the years. And I've been watching it for about 27 years, I'd say. So, I have been watching and I have played soccer. I've played FIFA and different variations and different versions of soccer ever since the Genesis days. So I'm very aware of soccer. But I will say, I don't think that's necessary. I don't even think you need to have an affinity for soccer or even a knowledge of soccer to even enjoy this show. So let me just say that right off the bat. So obviously stemming from the title character of Ted Lasso, played by Jason Sudeikis, on the left to the left of me, unfortunately behind me, very behind. I can't even get to it. I don't think. No, I can't. Yeah, obviously that would do nothing. That just covers the screen. I can't really show it. You can only see the top of his head. His character is called Beard. He's a character that comes with Jason Sudeikis or Ted Lasso from the States when he travels to Europe or England to become the next football coach um, in England. So he travels with Ted Lasso. They're good friends, and their assistant coach from back when coached American football in the States. And then you got this other character, Nate, or Nate the Great, is a character that starts out very much very different from the very first few episodes, and then what he evolves into, especially by the end of the second season, on a cliffhanger. Um, it's a really cool. It's something that you sort of see coming, but again, very very good evolution of the character. What I like about this series is that you have your main characters, okay? Obviously, Ted Lasso is your main title character. Then you have these other characters as Beard, obviously the footballers or the soccer players themselves, each having their own character, whether it's Roy Kent or Jamie Tart, Sam, all these other characters. Even though they're in the background, they all stand out, and they all have their own moments, either to shine or just be in the foreground, or to be pushed forward. Then, of course, you got other characters that like Juno Temple, who she plays. Wow. Oh, what is going on here? That's crazy. Really quick, guys. I am so sorry. First of all, I wanted this up anyway, just in case, because I know all the characters, obviously, like Rebecca, which is another main character, but um, I is her name. eluded me. Stay with me, guys. This was supposed to be pulled up before I came on, so not something that oh, Keely. How did I forget that? So, characters like Keely played by I always said Shirley Temple. Played by Shirley Temple. Played by Juno Temple. But characters like Rebecca, she's the actual owner of the football club. Um, and as I said, the other footballers, you have Sam, you have Roy Kent, you have Jamie Tart, and you have a lot of ones. You have Isaac, who becomes the team captain, but I don't want to get ahead of myself. But they all have their moments, and the way they're done, even the dickheads, even like the douchebags of the show, like Jamie Tart, especially in the first season or the early inception of the show, mostly the first season though, he's a douche, is that quintessential star, conceited, the team is all me and stuff like that. But even the ones that are written that way, you like. And that's very hard for a series to do. It's very hard for likable characters to be the ones like of the Jamie Tart, um, either narrative or just the way they're written. But that's how well the show is written, is because you like every character, whether it's Ted Lasso, the main title character, or I think her name is Nora. I don't want to misquote really quick. I believe it's Nora, but Nora is the daughter and the goddaughter of Rebecca, and she's Rebecca's sister's child. I think she's like 13 or something like that. But again, like even Rebecca's sister is not a main character, and she's her nickname is Sassy. So even Sassy not being a main character steals the show and has her moments in the episodes that she's in, and she's a very, very lovable character. And that's what I love about this series. And if I had to compare the two seasons, I will say this, and obviously this is non-spoilers, guys. Um, I would probably say that the first season, especially since I watched them both back to back, and they're both fresh in my mind. I think the first season was definitely stronger than the second, but that is not taking anything away from the second season. And it's not saying it's less likable, it's less watchable, because it's not. They're both on even playing fields, no pun intended. But the first season, because it's the origin of the show, it's fresh. It's like, oh, and then the second season probably has, I think, maybe 1 week episode, maybe two. But for the most part, like I said, the writing is amazing. The actors are all lovable and likable and rememberable, unless you're me and you forget Keely's first name. But the other thing I like about the series is that it takes a character like Ted Lasso, right? And Ted Lasso is this very upbeat, very positive, very positive, reinforcing character. Tries to bring everybody up around him, and that's why he's very well loved. Even if he doesn't know a lick of football or soccer, I should say, he doesn't know a lick of soccer. Doesn't know anything about the rules or whatever. He just came over here because he's dealing with his own issues, which I don't want to get into. Um, but you start to peel back, you start to peel the layers of his character, and you can understand where a lot of the choices and a lot of the reasoning why he is the way he is. And I do like when they dive into that a lot, and some other characters get that, but mostly for Ted Lasso. Um, the other cool thing that I like about this show is its use and references to pop culture. I mean, they've had, and I'm still quoting it now. It's just amazing because it's like at the very beginning of Ted Lasso season one. And it was something that I was laughing at even now, and I watched this last week. But they reference Back to the Future, and I'm not going to say what it was and the nature of the reference, but I'll let you guys see if you can pick it up. Obviously, I think you will, especially if you're Back to the Future fan. But let me know in the comments when you do get the reference. But it's not just that; it's a lot of music, a lot of Britpop, a lot of '90s Britpop is in here. You get Radiohead references. You get Blur, Robbie Williams. I mean, Robbie Williams is actually mentioned by name, and a few other really good songs from that time period. But again, like I said, there's pop references as well. What else? There's one other thing I wanted to talk about. But no, I do like that. I do like the humor, and I think that's what's the draw for me, is the quirky humor. But and again, like I said, what it does is you take the funny, but you also integrate the references, the pop references. And I love how they all seem to be, and especially for Ted Lasso and Beard, the coach Beard, those two characters feed off of each other tremendously. And that's the dynamic I think that I like the most. But then you got like Nate. Nate starts to become part of that. There is wow. hold on a second. I think his name is Higgins. Pretty sure it's Higgins. Excuse me. So Higgins is the assistant to Rebecca, who's the owner. How come he's not on the IMDb? He's not as part as he's a main character. How is he not? Oh, right there. Yeah, I was right. Higgins. So Higgins is another one that starts to hang in the circle of Ted Lasso, Beard, and Nate, and they become like a foursome, but they all feed off each other, and that's really cool. And then there's other things at play. So without giving anything away, I will say that the very beginning of the show has a lot of Major League vibes. And when I say that, when you think of the movie Major League, what do you think of? You think of, the owner who is it Rachel Phelps? I want to say Rachel Phelps was the owner, I think, of the Cleveland Indians at the time. But anyway, so you got the owner of the Indians, right? And what does she want to do? She wants to remove it. She wants to relocate it to a warmer climate. I'm pretty sure it was like Miami or Florida or something like that. So she wanted the team to lose. So you have some of that in the very first season, like in the very first few episodes, but it's not what it seems, and things evolve from that. So that's the only thing I'm going to say about that, because I don't want to touch up on that. But a lot of Major League vibes when you first see this, um, and things of that nature. But again, without diving into spoilers, I really just wanted to come on here and say, hey guys, listen, I know you've heard of the show. There's no way you haven't heard of Ted Lasso. And I do love Jason Sudeikis as an actor as well. I love We're the Millers. I love I just rewatched Hall Pass last night with him and Owen Wilson. I forgot how hysterical that film is, and obviously his Saturday Night Live days. But there are a few other things I know I'm missing. But the Coach Beard has won me over. I love his humor, and I love him in the show. And as I said, every other character has its moment and does stand out and has their own personality, obviously. So they're not just like pushed to the side or just a side character. They do have their moments. So I did just wanted to come on here really quick, guys, and just let you know I have finally seen it. I finally sat down. I wanted to know what all the buzz was. It sucks that it took me so long to watch it, but I do say I'm kind of happy I did. And I'll tell you why. I got to binge watch both seasons with no breaks in 2 days, less than 2 days. And I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. So if you have Apple TV, if you have a subscription to Apple TV, I suggest going and watching it. And if you don't, look, I'm not telling you, like, I'm not going to say, hey, you got to go subscribe to Apple TV right now. I can't really remember the price. I don't know if it's like $4.99 or $5.99 or $6.99, whether it's anywhere between $4 and $7. I think it's worth it, at least to try it out. Most times they have free trials anyway. I know Apple TV, I know even owning an iPhone, I think you get like free Apple TV subscriptions for like either 30 days or when I bought my Apple TV player, I got a free year's worth of Apple TV Plus. So depending on what devices you buy from Apple, you actually get free subscriptions anyway. But even if you don't have a subscription or if you didn't get anything free or any promos, I think it's worth it just based on some of the content they have with, the morning show. This show, obviously, I think another one was Defending Jacob with Chris Evans, I believe it is the name of the show. I thought that show was great, but they have a lot of other content. I'm watching this other show, which I might do a review on. It's not over yet. New episode, I think, drops on Friday. It's called The After Party. It's funny. I will say it kind of lost me a little bit, but it started out pretty funny, and it's got some really good talent in it. Actually, one of the actors in The After Party plays a small role in the second season of Ted Lasso. So I thought that was cool. It was cool seeing him. But yeah, I think it's worth just trying it out. The morning show is a great show. Obviously with Jennifer Aniston, Steve Carell, and Reese Witherspoon, amongst others. But this show alone, if I said, what about this and the original content or whatever, I could sell you on subscribing to Apple TV just for the show alone. I think it's that good, and it's only 2 seasons. And right now, the third season's already been confirmed. I think they're going to end it after 4, but third season's coming out this year. So if it's like the other previous years, especially the last season, I believe the last season debuted. Second season, I think, came on the air in October or something like that. So probably along the lines of fall. You probably expect the third season, if I'm correct in, you know, expecting that. But again, yeah. So like I said, non spoilers. I just wanted to come on here and say, look, I've seen Ted Lasso. I loved it. I can't wait for the third season. I'm urging you guys to go and do the same. Go watch the 2 seasons if you haven't already. Really funny stuff, really good writing, and the characters are just that good. And they're just, they're very, you invest in these characters a lot. And yeah, and that's it. So hopefully you enjoyed the stream. Hopefully you enjoyed the show. And if you look, guys, if I have convinced you or steered you in the direction of watching, comment on the stream. Again, one of the reasons why I wanted to make it non-spoilers is so I can have this conversation with you guys. But if you haven't seen it, and kind of convince you to do so. Obviously, if I come on here and talk spoilers and you haven't seen it, you're gonna be like, "Well, Joe, you just ruined the series. So why would I go watch it?" But again, go and watch it. Hopefully, you guys are subscribed to the channel. If not, please go ahead. First, smash the like button for this stream and go ahead and subscribe. I do a lot of it. If you go visit my page before you even subscribe, just go visit my page and see what I do. I do spoiler reviews for movies I like. I do spoiler reviews for shows that are either on Disney Plus. I want to kind of expand. I have done stuff for Netflix, HBO Max, shows that I like. I mean, most of them are like Star Wars, Marvel, DC, but I do like other things. One of the other things I've done in the past is spoiler talks for like Halloween and Halloween Kills. But I am going to do eventually. I was going to do it either today or tomorrow. This one's a spoiler talk and a spoiler review of the brand new Texas Chainsaw that just came out on Netflix. So I do also dabble in horror. Me and my co-host Jawan, who comes on a few of my other streams, we did the Chucky TV series that was debuting on Sci-Fi, and we did weekly episodes of that where we reviewed each episode. So I do also do horror as well. So it's not like I'm really cuckold to one genre, but for the most part, and if you look obviously behind me, I got a Goonies poster, I got some Back to the Future and Ghostbusters license plate behind me, if you can tell, but mostly Star Wars and Marvel and all that goodness. So stop by the channel if you like what you see. Obviously, subscribe. If not, at least the very least, I hope you can smash the like button and go watch Ted Lasso. I'm telling you, you will not regret it, and you'll be thanking me if you do so. Guys, enjoy your upcoming week. Enjoy your if you go to school, enjoy midwinter recess if you guys have that. If not, just like I said, enjoy your week, and I hope I see you guys all soon. Drop those comments. Let me know what you thought of Ted Lasso. Have a great day. Goodbye.